Yeah.
Well, I don't know how many people have already told about this, but it's already public knowledge that episode 10 of Anachronistic is delayed, but we do have
happens.
we
I know you fought really hard not to because you wanted to keep the cadence up, but I also know that like this is the crux of the plot, and you were killing yourself trying to write it right, and like you didn't want to half-ass it, you didn't want to you wanted to nail this. And even though I know there's a lot of algorithm reasons why you didn't want to miss this, I am glad that like you were able to find a way to take the time to slow down, not kill yourself, and do it right.
Yeah, and for our credit, like Fable and I talked, and we actually came up with a really great idea for a bonus episode.
Hi, Screenbox.
Yep, Screenbox is not going to be paid for shortly. So
it's Screenbox-chan!
I need a rant about Screenbox shortly.
We'll get to it.
We recorded an old short story I wrote back in college that I've always wanted to do something with, but it's like to itself to be turned into anything else. Because, so it's a short story called The Withered, and it was sort of the first seed of what eventually became Of This Light. And to a certain extent also Anachronistic, because of that. Anyways, I'm really glad I'm going to share that with you guys.
That's actually pretty cool. Is it all something Fable put together, or is it like the two of you to get like a co-project real quick?
Yeah, well, I mean, like I wrote the story, I recorded the story, and then Fable did Fable magic. It's a lot lower scale production than an Anachronistic episode.
I'm going to push a quick little button over on my side to help Fable out, because Fable is very good people. Our friend Fable is helps us out with so many things all over the place all the time forever, and is currently kickstarting a RPG system that you should check out. It's called Fable Doom. It's a quick. Let's just take a pause to shill Fable right now.
We are really disorganized today.
It's so bad. Genre agnostic, rules light, fast encounter RPG system to do like good RPGs with fast and the good characters. Z invented it. It's dope. And the Kickstarter it's doing good, but we need it.
It only needs like $500 more dollars.
Manchun is an original system. It does use all the polyhedrons, but it is a completely original system that our friend Fable invented, and it's amazing. Like everyone that's played it has had a super blast. And it's on Kickstarter for how many more days? Like 5 more days?
5 more days.
Yeah, we gotta
only
get
needs
there.
like $500 more dollars. It's been on the Act 2 plateau.
I feel confident that it's gonna get there.
It's just the Act 2 plateau of all Kickstarters is just so
I am 100% confident it's going to make its goal. I just wish more people found out about it because it's super great. All right, okay, all right. Dial it back. So we've gone from here to here to here to here to here, and we had to have to shill Fable. Fable's very important. Fable does a lot of work for us. We love Zier, and it's like, okay. Go on, Kyle.
Yeah, so Kimmy missed what I said earlier, so I'll just repeat from the beginning is that. So episode 10 of Anachronistic got delayed. It's for the best. Needed more time in the oven. It's going to be a really cool episode, and I'm a lot more confident that we'll be able to hit the...
Hey, Sinister something?
So in... Huh?
Oh, Sinister something just showed up.
Oh. So in the meantime, we are going to be releasing a bonus episode that is a short story that I wrote back in college that was sort of the first kernel of what has blossomed into a lot of, honestly, just stories I write now. Yeah. Like, I want to say it was the first piece of writing of my current portfolio. And so I record, like, I did a dramatic reading of it, and, Fable's making it sound as pretty as possible. It was honestly, like, the production value is not a full Anachronistic episode. We needed to get something out to save time, but I really think you guys are gonna like it. I really hope you do. Anyways,
I'm hyped for that. That's an excellent way to buy yourself some time. And I think like you've been writing. It's episode 8, 9. What are we up to? 9.
10's the one that I'm stuck on.
10's the one you're stuck on, and then how many more are in the season?
2 more.
Two more.
So
12
it's
total.
A 12 episode season.
Got it. Yep. No, I'm Kyle and I are spoilers bros. So like, you know, as we're writing, as we're trying to get through like really sticky situations, we'll just like hang out at my house and just talk about, oh man, how am I gonna fucking write this? And so like I know exactly why it's like, whoa, do I have a style? Oh yeah, K Penguin's saying it's actually kind of funny to look back at our old high school writings and see how many thematic similarities there are. Yeah. But no, I know you struggled on this one. I know you're putting the work in. It's going to be worth it, and it's gonna. Considering how hard you've knocked it out of the park with some of these episodes, this was gonna crush it.
So cool things about this story. Like, it very particularly, like, I took this idea and made some tweaks, and it became OTL. But I want to, like, one of the funniest things was, I gave it, of course, a read-over before I started recording it. I did make some edits and changes just to bring it up a little bit closer. I mean, it's still a 8 to 10-year-old story, guys. I see the age anyways. But, back when I was writing it and my first few passes to try and get it right, there was this one particular part that I wrote and rewrote over and over again trying to get it right. But Kyle now, with so much more experience, looked at that scene and was like, I know why this doesn't work.
You've got more tools. It doesn't need to be there at all?
It doesn't need to be there at all. I just cut the whole thing. I was trying to, like... It was so stapled onto the rest of the story, it didn't need to be there, which is why it wouldn't, no matter how I rewrote it, it wouldn't fit.
The power of the snip. It's just like, yeah, the power of the trash bin, that you don't, it's like, oh, I need every single piece of this to be, wait a minute.
Yeah, and...
No, didn't need that at all.
Like,
editing is great!
I like, there was a point where, like, I did, you know, handwritten notes and I was reading the script and I got to that point in the script and I realized I hadn't quite cut anything off yet, and I'm just like, oh, that's dumb. I don't need to say that line. I don't need to record this line.
That's really great. That's really great.
Be nice to Kyle. Kyle makes really cool stuff, and I believe in how cool it's gonna be. I am excited for you guys to hear. Like, this is a story that I actually, like, especially the Chicago crew, I've wanted to share with you guys for a while. There's just not really been the right time.
That was Shiny Zubats that said that, by the way.
Oh.
Did Kyle makes really cool stuff and believe in how cool Kyle's good. Yeah. K Penguin's like, I love when my skill goes up and I can suddenly fix an issue. It's like, wait a minute, did I level up? Shit, I leveled up like 5 times!
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm so strong! How did that happen? When did that happen?
And I do think the thing I cut, really, like... I feel like instinctually I knew that, because... the thing I cut, and I'll talk about it more when the episode's out, like, very much, like, is a thing that OTL could have had, but doesn't.
I mean, this is kind of a thing, like, that Cody talks about, where, like they're working on a story about a sort of, I'm going to hyper summarize this, a kind of Doctor Who-ish kind of character that jumps to different places and can have like a completely original story in, you know, but they all tie together, right? But then, like, so Cody's setting up this thing that, like, you know, one character can go on these completely diverse, disparate adventures, but they all fit. But then there's the ones that are that the ideas that they have that are so out there that they don't actually even fit into that. And it's like, that's rough, buddy. I understand completely, and that's a rough puzzle.
Kimmy also says, I feel like I have the opposite problem with writing, where I tend to write too little and have to add things in revision. And yeah, that's actually, like, normally I feel the same. And that's also, like, it's a very different problem than I think most writers have. But I, like, This was a case where actually, and when I realized I should just cut that, I had this whole like grand view looks back at the history of this writing, and I know why that was there.
Yeah,
And it was
yeah,
there
yeah.
because I wrote it as an assignment for a capstone writing class, and it had a minimum page count, and I needed to like double my page count. And then when I tried to take it and make it more professional, I wanted to keep to the original like
The
vision
original
of
vision,
the work.
yeah.
So I was trying to fix that thing that didn't need to be there. And I like, to be honest, I think it needed to be there. Like, if I were at all seeking traditional publishing, it would have needed something like that in there. But because of who I'm building myself up as an artist, it very much, without that chunk, fits even closer into my brands.
You know,
So